Hi there, welcome to the Tent News, where the truth comes to light and the stories everyone is talking about are brought straight to you. From shocking confessions and viral social media moments to real life mysteries and trending drama, this is the place where we uncover it all. Now, please watch this video first, and I will be back with the rest of my commentary.
Operation Dudula is worthless, is stupid. They don't have money. All of them are poor people. They can't leave their country. They don't have a passport. They don't get the beautiful South African women are sleeping with us Nigerian. They are opening their legs for us, and we keep giving them babies. Very soon, we are going to have a Nigerian man as the president of South Africa, because now 90% of South African women are impregnated with Nigerian men child. That is our job. We go into your country and we impregnate your woman. So, I mean, this is already a done deal. You feel me? So let them keep crying with their big, ugly forehead. They have nothing. South African men, nothing.
There's a video I made not so long ago, and it was speaking of the same thing. It was addressing the very same thing. There was another gentleman who also said similar thing about them making South African women pregnant so that they can have their kids, because these people, they have a plan. Bale plan. And obviously, if unomuzi and umuntu umnikeza ithuba noba igunya lokuthi akahlali emzini wakho, lo muntu akakwazi ukuthi angafika emzini wakho afika aphathe. Ngoba the moment aqala ezenza ngathi uyophethe manje ngathi khalisa isicathulo, then you stand up and say, hey, wait a minute, ingathi wena ufuna ukuzenzela umathanda la kwami. Ngathi ukhohliwe ukuthi wena uvakashile la akusuku kwakho kukwami la khalisa isicathulo. You stand up and deal with that person. But we South Africans, we are very kind, polite, amiable. That's why people come here and they think they can do whatever they want. And they can tell us, Suguti, we are weak. They can tell us, Suguti, we can sleep with your woman. And obviously, we can't tell our women, our South African women, who to sleep with. Because, hey, our constitution and the law and everything else does not allow us to tell women what to do, especially with their bodies. But I hope that what are they saying? When they sleep with you, they don't sleep with you because you are special. They sleep with you because you are a passage that allows them to get what they want. And they see you. Listen how he says they open their legs for us. This is how they speak of you. I don't know how you feel as a South African woman, but that's how they... And by the way, I have no problem with people ababuya guamanyamas. I don't have a problem with foreigners. I have a problem with foreigners who come into the country illegally. I have a problem with foreigners who come into the country and they think that they are better than the citizens of that country. I have a problem with foreigners who come into this country and then start treating people who are from that country like they are low-class citizens. I have a problem with foreigners who come into this country and sell drugs to the people of this country. I have a problem with foreigners that come into this country and ill-treat people. I have a problem with those kind of foreigners. If you are a legit foreigner who came into the country, you've got your permit, you've got a passport, you are here and you are working, doing good for the people of this country who can benefit from your services, amen. But if you are a foreigner who speaks like this guy, you make it seem like everyone is the same. And it's very bad, because now when we look at foreigners, we don't see goodness in them. Even from those who are meaning well, those who are doing good, we don't see that in them because of people like this one. Now, I want you to understand, Tuguti, our government is the primary problem that we have that perpetuate this kind of narrative and behavior. Because if our government was serious about our country, they would have done what they were supposed to have done long time ago. But we have people who can go on media platforms and tell everyone who cares to listen, Nigerians want South Africa to be a colony of Nigeria, South Nigeria. That's what they want. We have people who can go onto the internet and say, we impregnate their women because in 20 years or 30 years time, we want to have a Nigerian president in South Africa. This is what we are dealing with. But because we are not serious, and most of the people that are a problem in South Africa are even the working class people. The working class people, they don't think politics are for them. That's why they abstain from participating in politics. They're like, no, I'm not going to vote, I'm not going to participate. But because of your ignorance and you wanting to refrain from participating in politics, it is precisely why we have a lot of people who are voting for the wrong parties. Because people in the townships, they don't have jobs, they are hungry. If the ANC comes and promise them breads and loaf brown and whatever, they are obligated to go and vote for that party because they think at least anginasi isinkwa, but ANC izonginikeza isinkwa. We understand ukuthi those people, they would very much vote with their stomach. They would vote with their stomach because they don't have They don't have any other choice because the ANC gives them ama 350. Why not vote for them? Why not vote for them? It gives them grants. Why not vote for them? But the people that are affected the most are the people who are paying tax, which is a small fraction of the community of South Africa or the population of South Africa. That small fraction is the one that actually is forking out these grant monies that you see going out. If you listen to Madlanga, then you see there's more money that's going out. Where do you think this money comes from? The South African Revenue Services. That's where the money is being collected, and the money is then given out to the government. Maybe you don't understand those dynamics, but I want you to understand ukuthi before you realize ukuthi labantu laba, they've got a plan. Uzothi muphaphama uthola ukuthi South Africa le othi wena uyayithanda isihambile ayisekho, ngoba odade bethu balala nabantu bokufika and babanikeza izingane. That's what they are doing. Ugovernment wethu usebenzisana nabantu bokufika, amaphoyisa ethu abonyawupe, they work ngama-fix, they take izinto zala ekhaya bazinikeza abantu bokufika, bakhohlwa ukuthi nabo ingane zabo zikhulela khona kule South Africa, ekusasa izobe igqilazwa yilabantu bokufika. People don't think. But abantu bokufika bazenzela umathanda because we're not taking the same stance that we do in our houses. So ukuthi umuntu ovakashile must understand ukuthi uvakashile. You can't come into endlini yami and then wena ucabanga ukuthi uzongishayela umthetho kanjani. I don't think South Africans, we are angry enough, because if we were angry enough, we were going to do something about this situation. But we are only relying on Gubo Josinta to do something about it. But we are sitting and scrolling, and we are TikTok warriors and keyboard warriors because we are not standing up to fight for our country. And it is precisely why very soon sizoba ne president yomuntu ofika osuka ngaphandle, because they see ukuthi there's no one who's willing to fight for this country. No one. This is why people undermine us. They undermine us because abantu besifazane bala South Africa, they are very, very weak and simple. They can just give their body to just anybody. Akanasi istima umuntu okhona. I don't understand. Buka lo sisilona ulala phakathi kwesiphaza esidayisela umphakathi wangakubo izinkwa ezigcwele umjuluko wocansi ngoba yena ulala nabantu bokufika phakathi tuck shop. I mean, isithunzi sakho my sister, njengoba uphuza icoke phakathi kwesitoro sePakistan uqeda ukulala nazo, bathina bakini njengoba uvela kanje yo nina ayayayay.
The first thing that came to my mind after watching this video of this Nigerian man saying whatever that he's saying is that I can tell you guys, this man is not in South Africa. He is not in South Africa because there's no way. Like, there is no way that you can come here and try to convince me whether this guy is around and he is saying such things. Obviously, if he is around wherever he is in South Africa, people will actually call him out. You understand me? They will call him out because why would you say such things about people? Like, why? I really don't get, I really don't get the vibe, man. Because what he is saying, he's just dissing South African men. He is just saying bad things about South African men. And guys, I don't know if maybe he's just trying to create more violent, or he's trying. I don't even get the point, because what do you mean? What do you mean? And for me, I think this is actually going to upset a lot of South Africans, especially South African men. Because I don't think I'll sit down and relax while someone is dissing me like that. Someone is saying such things about me. I'll actually stand up and react to whatever that they're saying. And the other thing again, he's actually destroying other Nigerians that are in South Africa, because now when we look at other Nigerians, we look at them the very same way, which, oh, okay, those ones are here to do this and this and this, which is very wrong. Not all Nigerians are here with that poor mindset. Yes, it's a very poor mindset, because you don't think like that. You don't. Even if you think like that, it's way much better to just keep quiet. You just keep quiet. Don't say anything, because you're just causing unnecessary drama. It's really not necessary. But anyway, guys, please comment your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you think about this whole video?